Protestantism has been refuted a million times before. Just look at the book of James that Martin Luther wanted to burn. James 2:21, was not Abraham our father justified by works, offering up Isaac his son upon the altar? And James 2:22, sayest thou, that faith did cooperate with his works, and by works faith was made perfect? And James 2:24, do you see that by works a man is justified, and not by faith only? However, I want to focus on the second epistle of St. Paul to the Corinthians 13-15. This passage should make your jaw drop to the floor, for how accurate it is in predicting and warning against the heresy of Protestantism, which didn't exist until the 1500s. Quote, for such false apostles are deceitful workmen, transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ. And no wonder, for Satan himself transformeth himself into an angel of light. Therefore it is no great thing if his ministers be transformed as the ministers of justice, whose end shall be according to their works. End quote. When translating from the Greek, the word justice can be translated as to justify or justification. Isn't it interesting that Martin Luther, to John Calvin, to the 40,000 plus denominations of Protestantism today, whether they know about it or care about it, their main doctrine and reason for revolting against the church is justification? Let's read the verse again. For such false apostles are deceitful workmen, transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ. And no wonder, for Satan himself transformeth himself into an angel of light. Therefore it is no great thing if his ministers be transformed as the ministers of justice, whose end shall be according to their works. That brings us to the last point. All Protestants teach faith alone. So we have ministers of justification, whose end shall be according to their works. St. Paul condemns faith alone here, and says about the ministers of Satan that their end shall be according to their works. They are deceitful workmen of Satan, who spread his false light. They have condemned millions of souls to hell, and continue to today. For outside of the Catholic Church, there is absolutely no salvation. Many Protestants see the horrors of the Vatican II sect and conclude that the Catholic Church is evil and Protestantism is the way to go. However, the Vatican II sect is not the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church is in a Babylonian captivity where her structures and positions have been taken over by her enemies since the Second Vatican Council in the 1960s. It's parallel to when Judea was in a Babylonian captivity and the throne of David was vacant. That's the mystery of the end times and the return of Babylon. To be saved, one must become a traditional Catholic and be baptized. Go to VaticanCatholic.com for full information.